for this LLC Redux video, we had to talk about something that has either changed or been impacted through LLC. For me, I would say a lot that has kept the same, at least from my first paper, was the same idea of not feeling free within my environment as I felt like I could do, just due to my skin color or how people might perceive me. One way that I think is very essential is that the government was made on the idea of that one race is better than the other. And I think because we try to either grow past it or ignore it, that we have somehow completely tried to erase it from our history. And that has caused the gap between white and black people. The only reason I speak about only white black people is because I am black. I only have experiences with my skin tone and how white people will deal with my skin tone. I try not to speak for mass quantities because I don't know how they feel. I didn't go through their life or through their struggles. But what I do know is that being a black woman in America and going through these different ideals and different foundational issues has made it a little hard. No matter what, I was going to work hard and work for everything that I have. But when you have a government whose foundation is strictly based on going against you and going against how you feel, is very alarming, and it's very hard to work past that. But you have to do what you have to do, because you can't just shut down and say, well, since the government's not helping me, I can't do anything. You have to help you, and then the government will then see how it's affecting you and what it's doing to you. It has to be, as much as the government should just work on itself and work on how it deals with different races, it doesn't work that way for everything. You have to really sit and think about what you can do as a person and how to uplift your own. One way that I saw social justice issues in different aspects of life was through my connected lecture and the service project I did. My connected lecture class was with Professor Quinn, and it was for biology. And as much as people don't think biology plays a factor in social justice and how we look at the world, they're completely false. Social justice and biology can almost go hand in hand. I learned that in elementary school, the way we looked at the world map was completely different than how the world actually was shaped. I learned that the equator was generally placed to make it look like Africa was very underneath the line. And I went to bio and found out that that was wrong. And the Europeans made it to where, to make it look foundationally and mentally, that Africa was below it, that America was so much bigger than everything. America was bigger than South America. You just realize, wow, like this is how deep rooted this issue is and this divide is in our country. As far as my service, I did do it sporadically, and I feel like that is okay, because doing service, for me anyway, is not about sticking to one organization and believing in only that one cause. Social justice and community service is about reaching out and learning new things about every single piece of walking life. I did a serve one, and I learned about the homeless community and how they will always and forever need help, even though they live in the South and it may be hot a lot of the times during the year. They still need just as many blankets and covers and jackets. And I learned that it's not just black women that are in need of care, that are in need of shelter for their children for refuge in America. It's not just Mexican people either. It's people from all across the globe that need help. Social justice this year has opened my eyes to many things in my life and many things that I need to work on as a person, as a black woman, as just a woman in America, as a human being in the world community. And it was through bio class showing me that foundationally we were taught wrong. It was through my community service project that teaching me that I should branch out and learn different things from different people. And it was through the seminar itself, seeing how different people showed up and how different people had different things to say. Even if you were in the same race, you had different things to say. had different feelings on the same subject. That's important to me. Each aspect of social justice was important to me this first semester. And as hard as it may have been Tuesday mornings getting up at 9, I learned a lot as far as it coming to what you have to do as a person, what you have to do to grow. And thanks to social justice, I learned how to grow. And I learned what service really means. And I learned that it's okay that if your foundational understandings of social justice have not changed over a course of time, as long as you deepening your reasons and you learn new things every day about issues across the globe that don't only affect you but affect the mass community.